Well, good afternoon. Today's your second visit, and you have many positive changes in your life just in these last couple weeks. Can you talk about them?
Yes, I have to remind you that I got some changes even before I saw you from your work because you made a video on YouTube about your treatments for pain and you suggested to refrain from dairy. And I refrained, I changed my diet, and you gave me more things to change. And as a result, almost immediately, I'm almost 100% pain-free. I mean, I was at level 8 and 9. That was the only way you could get me off milk because I thought it was okay to eat cream. I'm already off wheat. That's no problem. But I thought, oh, I can have my cake and eat it too. I can just have lots of ice cream, lots of dairy. And I didn't realize that it was inflammatory. And I would never have listened to you if I weren't at level 8 and 9. Up before then, I'd go, yeah, 6, it's no big deal. But when I got desperate, and I'm 79, so I'm aware that I may be totally disabled. And my independence is really important to me. And I was getting more and more restricted. I couldn't get out of my chair without thinking. I couldn't walk. I would like to walk to the bank and make my own banking, but I couldn't do it because I couldn't walk that far. It was too painful. I'm on the 3rd floor of my building. I would like to be able to walk up and down stairs, but I can't. I can if I really walk slowly, but I have to pull with my arms, and I'm afraid of falling. So I these are all the things that improved. I'm getting better sleep. I can get out of my chair without thinking. That's so important. You know, what if I feel like getting an extra helping of things from the refrigerator? Nope, can't do it until maybe it gets to be more of an emergency because it hurts too much. I love exercise. I would love to exercise. I've had physical therapists tell me that I could avoid hip replacement by more exercise. I can exercise because it's so painful. I can't think or concentrate. I'm in so much. I used to be. Now I can concentrate. I did something last week that I could never have done before.
What was that?
I'm the secretary-treasurer of a tennis club, and we had a very contentious meeting with people kind of wanting one thing and other people wanted another thing, and there was a lot of arguments, and I decided to write up, I'm the secretary, so I decided to write up a complete account of what everybody said, and I could remember it. I could write up the account and think of things that might help people, things that we could do for them. And it took me about 3 hours. I could never have done this before. It just would be too exhausted. I'm also able to bend down and pick things up. I'm not perfect at it, but before, you would look at this thing that obviously needed to be picked up. I'm a good housekeeper. It would bother me to have globs of food on the floor. But I would just go, yeah, maybe I can leave that glob of food on the floor. Who cares if we get a few mice? And now I can clean it up. It may seem like a silly thing, but I do enjoy that. And also, my exercise tolerance, and you may think exercise tolerance, 1,000 push-ups, whatever. No, exercise tolerance means walking to the bank. It means being able to maybe do a few wall push-ups, maybe 2 or 3. After I did these things, a wave of tolerance, a wave of distress, pain, fatigue, it would overwhelm me, and I just had to give up on such activities, and I felt bad.
And you were saying you walked 5 blocks on the way here today?
Yes, not
And-
only did I walk, I sort of half ran part of it. I thought I was late.
And then you also were able to put your shoes on now?
Yes, I have extreme difficulty putting on shoes and socks. I kind of sit there, you know how you can get a little bit more stretch if you just kind of sit there? But let's say I'm in a hurry. It can't work. I have to take 10 minutes to put my shoes on because I'm in too much pain. And I managed to figure it out, but last week I was able to lift my leg and put my socks on. The socks are the worst. The shoes are better because they're open, but the socks are closed. It takes 2 hands for the socks, and my leg won't rise. So I can do it, but I've been saying you're about 2 months from barefoot. You know, like it's so wonderful. I really, really appreciate it. The other thing is, I don't know if I mentioned I can go up and down stairs, but I used to have a lot of vertigo. I've had this all my life. I've been in pain most of my life. I had a whiplash injury. So I never thought that I would get this much improvement. I just kind of thought, I'll be happy if you get me from an 8, 9 to a 6. You know, that'll be, and you've already done it. It's. I don't think I've ever gone above a 6 this last week.
That's amazing.
It
Do
truly
you have anything
is.
you want to add? I'm so glad you're willing to share this.
Yes, I don't know if this is because of pain, but I found myself unable to concentrate. I couldn't get through this video, and I may be talking too much, but the ability to remember, marshal my thoughts, that has made a big difference. And also, I'm starting to get more energy. My husband died in 2017. I've always had very low energy. After he died, I was his major caretaker. I had no energy. I just had 0 energy. And it gradually got better. And then more recently, after COVID, I'm not able to do much exercise at all because COVID closed all the parks and the gym and everything. And as a result of constant sitting and immobility, I got even more pain. And I got more tired. So maybe tired is related to pain. So whenever I tried to do more, I would get vertigo. And if I tried to push myself, and we all should be able to push ourselves on occasion, like, you know, maybe a friend wants you to stay up late night to talk a bit or something. I couldn't do any of that. My friends invited me to be with them, and I had to say, no, I can't be with you. I can't do anything after 6 p.m. If I'm out, what if I get that vertigo and I have to go right away? It'll take me maybe half an hour to get back to my house, and I might fall down. And now I can do things like go to that meeting. That was an outdoor meeting at 7 p.m. It lasted for almost an hour and a half with everybody yelling at each other. And I was able to tolerate that without getting severely stressed. Most of the time I had up and down surges of I'm anxious, I have to do this, and then I'm so exhausted I can't do anything. And I'm more steady. I'm still tired, and I still am not going out late at night. I mean, late at night meaning after 8 p.m. But I'm so much better. I feel like I've been under lock and key and can't do anything. And I'm even aware as I'm talking to you, I'm starting to tense up. And that anxiety and, you know, reactivity makes things worse. But your treatment has made things enormously better, and I'm very, very grateful to you.
You are very welcome, and I'm very much looking forward to your progress as we go forward.
Thank you. Thank you.